In the heart of a quaint town, where cobblestone streets twisted like gentle whispers and the air always carried the faint scent of blooming jasmine, fate had a quiet way of bringing people together. Leela, an aspiring artist with paint-stained fingers and a heart attuned to the golden hues of sunsets, wandered the streets with a sketchbook under her arm. She loved capturing the fleeting moments when the sky melted into a symphony of oranges and pinks, feeling as if every sunset told a story she was destined to preserve. One rainy afternoon, she ducked into a small, dimly lit bookshop to escape the sudden downpour. The bell above the door chimed, announcing her presence. Behind the counter stood Theo, the shop's owner, a man who wore his love for poetry like a second skin, often caught mumbling lines from Rilke or Neruda under his breath. The smell of old pages and cedarwood was his sanctuary, a place where he could hide from a world that often demanded too much. Their first encounter was a comedy of mishaps. A cup of coffee meant to soothe Theo's restless morning slipped from his hand, spilling across the floor. Lila, quick on her feet, grabbed a handful of napkins. Their laughter collided like music, unexpected and sincere. And in that moment, the room seemed to shrink around them, cocooning them in shared warmth. Days turned into weeks. Lila found herself returning to the bookshop, drawn as much to Theo as to the books that lined the walls. They talked about everything: her dreams of painting murals in cities far beyond their own, his yearning to compile a collection of poems that spoke truths people often ignored. In the quiet corners of the shop, they discovered each other's hidden scars. Lila's fear of failure, Theo's grief from love lost too soon. Yet their bond was not without tension. Lila received an offer to exhibit her work in a prestigious gallery across the country. Theo, meanwhile, was offered a chance to attend a literary residency that could finally bring his poetry to the wider world. Both opportunities whispered promises of fulfillment, yet their hearts tugged them toward each other. The climax came on a crisp autumn evening, with leaves crunching beneath their feet. Lila and Theo stood on the small bridge overlooking the river, where the town's sunsets shone brightest. Words felt insufficient, yet everything unspoken lingered in the golden light. "I don't want to lose you," Lila whispered, her fingers brushing against his. "And I don't want to lose us," Theo replied, voice trembling. For a long moment, they let the world pause around them, weighing their dreams against the fragile, fierce bond they had nurtured. Then, in an unspoken understanding, they made a choice, not one of sacrifice, but of weaving their lives together. Lila would paint, Theo would write, but they would do so side by side, carrying each other's hearts into the unknown. And as the sun dipped below the horizon, spilling fire into the river's reflection, they laughed softly, a sound that carried hope, love,